All right, we're going to get into this. Give me one moment. Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Give me 1 second. I'm super excited to be here. I was not ready. Okay. All right. Good morning, guys. God bless. Let's clap. God bless. It is a throwback Thursday today, Thursday, September the 29th, 2022, 5 minutes after the hour, guys. Welcome to Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Special guest this morning, B-Love's in the building. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Good morning. God bless. I'm super excited to be here, sponsored by Comedy World Network. God bless you guys over there. We truly appreciate you. We're also on YouTube. Subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on YouTube. You can enjoy the show over there. Thank you so much. You can also Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Good morning, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Got an exciting show this morning. We're on all social media platforms as well. All of them. So just type in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Thank you. Join our group on Facebook, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team group on Facebook. Awesome group. And thank you so much for everyone who's posting and participating in the group. This is where you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Sound like a old queen been saying that. B-Love, good morning. God bless you, and how are you today?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm absolutely wonderful. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm good. Everything's good. All right. We're going to try something different today, guys. We're doing a test for a show that we're doing on Monday. So we're going to take a break in a few minutes. We're going to talk. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. We're going to run an ad. We're going to try something different today so we can prepare for Monday. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that, and welcome to the show. And if you're in the chat rooms, good morning. I can't see the chat room at the moment, but we'll get into that. Now, before we get into the show on the Throwback Thursday, okay? Yep. Two things I want to talk about real quick. Say something one more time, B. I just want to make sure you're clear.
Good morning.
Okay, put a number one chat room, guys, if you can hear B-Love. Put a number two if you can't, so I can fix this. Okay, two things. And like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. I'm excited to be here. Okay, so now we have B. I want to play this real quick because, we had that pending storm down in Florida, which affects all of us in this country because Florida is one of those states where Florida is one of those states where I think Florida is a state where if you live in the state of Florida, if you don't live in the state of Florida, you know somebody that lives in the state of Florida. It could be a relative, a friend, an associate, whatever. Florida is that state that we know at least one. Put another one chat room if you know somebody from Florida. It's very rare if folks say, I don't know anybody from Florida and never been there. That's very rare, but I'll put a number one if you know someone from the state of Florida, right? And, of course, prayers go out to those folks down there, dealing with this hurricane Ian, right? So, B, I want to start off with that real quick because it leads to what I want to say. Well, I was...
The fifth strongest ever to hit the U.S. Winds of 150 miles an hour, catastrophic storm surge, and flooding. Roofs ripped off, homes and streets submerged, cars.
Catastrophic storm surge. When somebody says something like that to me, I'm scared. But let's keep listening.
Flooded, appliances washed out of homes, a whole fire station underwater, and the stunning view from space, satellite images as the monster storm made it to...
When you have appliances floating out of your house or apartment, that's a problem.
Right.
When
how do you avoid a stove?
Yeah, like when your refrigerator is floating down the block, it's not funny. It's not. No. Yeah. Yeah. It's not funny. I just say like when you see like ground beef and turkey, like it's floating down the block. This is good. And fire stations submerged in water. Like, this is serious. This is not. And they warn us. Hold on, let me just a little bit more.
The life-threatening storm surge, up to 18 feet expected along parts of Florida's southwest coast. More than 1 million customers without power, and that number.
Now, for some folks, before we continue, they say the storm surge at that point was 18 feet, and some people, do you guys know what a storm surge is? That's when the water comes in from the coast, from the ocean. It might start off at about, a couple of inches or whatever for us, but it's like 18 feet high. The waves are coming in 18 feet high. It's nothing to stop it. Power going out. The power's going to go out. We know this. I mean, we don't even have to be electricians to figure out that electricity and water, it just doesn't go together.
Right.
Okay. And again, like, I reached out to some of my peoples in Florida last night.
The state of emergency, some 2.5 million people under evacuation orders. The governor today telling residents, if you haven't gotten out, it's too late, and urging them to shelter in place to ride out the storm.
Now, B, are you in the chat room?
I am.
Are there people in that know anybody from Florida?
Yes, there are.
Put a number one chat room.
Randy Montgomery knows someone. Della Andrews knows someone. Good morning, guys. Good morning to everyone in the chat room.
Right.
Jansen Howard knows someone. I know someone.
Right. So it's that Florida connection. That's why it's a big news story for us. Not no disrespect. It could be anywhere in the world, but if Florida hits home because we know so many folks in Florida, and they tell you they have these mandatory evacuations, and then some people just don't leave, and then the local governments or the Fed, state, city, whatever, they tell you, we're not coming back to get you. So you better leave now. And God bless those folks who just want to stay there. If the government said to me, or the local or state official said to me, there's a mandatory evacuation, get out of here. I'm sorry, I'm out of here. But B, are you one of those? Are you one of those evacuate? No, I'm staying. We done rolled out the storm. Are you one of those?
I am.
Okay, now before I find out about that, B, let me ask you before we get back to the storm, because it leads to what I want to say. And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right 13 minutes after the hour. We're gonna take a quick break in a minute. B, why, and I will ask you, why you and others are so defiant about storm predictions and weather? What, they say the storm's coming through, and people are like, nah, it ain't coming. But it comes through and destroys everything. Why you don't believe the weather forecast, B-Love?
I don't know. I think, sometimes it's just a lot of, exaggeration, and then you disrupt your whole life only to find out it was just some bad rain. And, we're from New York, so that kind of stuff doesn't really happen for us. And then, when you go to these other places, it's like, it can't be that bad. So I don't think it's just I don't want to disrupt my whole life for a heavy rain. That's just how I feel about it.
Now, put a number one chat room if you're weather defiant. Me, you're right. Sometimes they give the weather and the storm doesn't, come through your area, and you're like, you know what? It didn't. They said all this and it didn't happen, right? But for me, I still believe in the weather and the meteorologists, even though sometimes they do get it wrong. But there are some weather predictions that are going to happen. You see the storm on the radar. You see that the storm is coming down your block, and people are still like, nah, I don't believe it. That's the thing that fascinates me about folks that don't believe nothing. I could see, yes, the storm missing here, near miss, and every once in a while. I get that. They don't get it right 100% of the time. But B-Love, when the storm is coming, you know it's coming. People are leaving town. I don't get why folks are defiant like that. It's coming through. It's destroying everything. And then when it destroys everything, you sit there crying like, oh my God, we didn't know that this was going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, and it's so funny, just taking it even back to Sandy, because, I think it was Irma who said, Kathy Garrison said, who lived in Florida during Hurricane Irma. I remember when Sandy happened, I wasn't there. I wasn't in New York. I was actually in Vegas. And my girlfriend was coming to visit me the week of that storm. And I'm not paying attention at all because they give us all of these, they get us all nervous and worked up and evacuate and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it'll be a passing storm. And I call her like the next day. I'm like, hey, girl, you heading for your flight? And she's like, I am in 6 feet of water. My apartment is flooded. And I'm like, are you serious? And Sandy was like a devastating storm. So I think it just comes down to, we never know which storm it's going to be. But we can't run at every storm either.
So wait a minute.
Like, we live in New York. There's a probability of you getting robbed. Does that mean I'm not going to go outside? No. I'm just going to do my thing.
So are you saying that when Superstorm Sandy was coming through the New York area, even though you wasn't in New York, you didn't think that this was going to be that bad of a storm?
Nope.
See, that's horrible, B.
I know.
Because I shared my Superstorm Sandy story 1,000 times where I went to Long Island. I was living in Pennsylvania. I was a single man at the time, and I went out to some chick's house to smash and then go home. And come back to Pennsylvania. I was going to spend the night, leave later in the day. And then Sandy came, and I knew that it was coming. I was heading to New York, and people were leaving New York because I was on the almighty chase of the vagina. That's how you're going to go out. And long story short, I wound up stuck there for like 5 days because we couldn't get out the street because 2 oak trees had fell on the main road and on the secondary roads, and nobody could drive or get out. There was no power, and people were walking around. Right. Now, and that's my story, just in a nutshell. But I did believe that this was going to happen. Guys, good morning. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right now, this is why I'm bringing up this storm, Hurricane Ian, right? Mm-hmm. Ian. Now, and it goes to what you're talking about. I'm supposed to be in Orlando, Florida, Saturday coming up.
Right.
To do a comedy show that we do once a month down there, every 6 weeks, right, B?
Okay.
Now, my other promoter that I work with, who's used to live in the Bronx, he has a show in Tampa. So one promoter has a show in Tampa, one promoter has a show in Orlando, which is probably like less than 2 hours away from each other, if that.
Right.
I think Tampa Bay and Orlando is less than 100 miles from each other, I believe. I don't know. You guys look that up.
No, you're right.
Now, Tampa Bay is underwater because I was just in Tampa Bay a couple of months ago. And, it's a bay. There's a whole lot of lake outlets and connecting to the Atlantic. It's a lot of water around there if you ever been down there to Tampa. So that's done. Yeah, right. So the promoter, and I hope your family's doing well. I hope they're okay.
They're fine. Thanks for asking.
Now, the promoter of the Tampa show, he puts up a post. Show's canceled. Which makes total sense.
Right.
Today,
but it's a few days away. That water is not going to go away.
Yeah, so right, exactly. So he posted immediately last night. I guess why everybody's running to the supermarket and getting food or whatever they're doing. Show's canceled, right?
Right.
19 minutes after the hour. Welcome, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Let me get the song in. B, check this out. So I get a email from the airline, United Airlines, right? They say, listen, there's a strong possibility that your flight is going to be canceled or delayed for Saturday due to our operation. They send that message. Right. So now remember, I got a show in Orlando. So I called the promoter, and God bless him. I love this guy. At first, I'm like, yo, are you guys all right down there? There's a storm. Like, I'm watching this on the news, and they use words like catastrophic, deadly, life-threatening. Like, you use these words are serious. You know, a mandatory words like mandatory, catastrophic. These words are serious words.
Right. Right.
And B, don't you know my promoter? God bless him. He's like, nah, same thing. B, nah, we good. You know, it's a little rain. We're going after the rain's over. You know they're gonna want to come out.
Right.
If the power's out, don't worry about it. If the power's out for 2 days, if the power's on Friday, I'm moving these tickets. This is a straight promoter where I think he's oblivious to what's going on, but he's a real promoter in a sense. Like he's a real promoter in the sense that he handled his business, the rent's paid, performers are paid, he knows how to get the word out. He is really a good promoter, and across the board. Give you a deposit, make sure the flight's good. He's one of those guys.
Right.
But he's saying, yo, we're going to play this by ear, but I'm going to tell you one thing. If that power is on, we're going to do the show.
Show goes on. Y'all are performers, and y'all cannot be interrupting this check. And you should be just as diligent about it, too.
See, but my thing is this. Now, but I'm just saying, okay, the power could be on, but what about the cars floating down the street and the water, giving the water the chance to recede?
Get in that canoe. Get in that canoe.
Right.
And canoe yourself to that show. There's going to be some inflatable seats in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We will be pulling you to your seat. Please hop in the canoe, and we will be getting you to your seats, and Shawn will be performing on time. This show will be going on.
Now,
just saying.
And I guess that's correct. Now, my whole thing is, okay, I'm gonna head to the airport on Saturday because part of me feels like, yeah, I believe that I'm an essential worker, B.
Right, you are.
Sometimes I might say I might be more important than these doctors and nurses out here.
You keep people alive, yep.
I might be.
Humor keeps people alive, Shawn.
And I know I got to be in the place to be. Guys, if you don't know, I'm a full-time comedian. I do stand-up on the urban circuit. God bless the urban circuit throughout the country. But B, part of me like, okay, I'm essential. But the other part of me, B, is like, why? These people might be, really going through a struggle for these next couple of days. And maybe I should, stay where I'm at. If somebody's refrigerator's floating down the street, you think they have a mood to do some comedy 2 days later? They got to find their refrigerator.
Man, listen. That's all the more reason. If they ain't got no food at home, they're going to go to the club, get some food, get some laughs. Do your job, Shawn. Do your job. You're essential. If that show needs to go on.
Put it on one chat room if anything like this happened to you, like a flood in a house or just something weird, and you still went to that event on the weekend. Put it on one chat room if you ever did that. I'll keep you guys updated. But it's just funny the way this particular promoter B is like, nope.
Show must go on.
We're good. But I said, but there's 75-mile winds and to 110-mile winds right now in Orlando. Nah, don't worry about it. Okay. She said, he goes, soon as the storm's over, we pulling out the grills. We might not have no power. Everybody gonna pull out the grills, and we're gonna cook in the backyard. And we used to this.
Exactly. You acting like a real New Yorker right now.
But here's my thing before we take a break, B, and then we'll come on back and we get into this stuff. Here's the thing, too. B, it's one thing. And guys, don't get me wrong. I'm heading to Florida on Saturday. Miss Miko has her birthday party. I got a show in Brooklyn on Friday night. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to head over to Miss Miko's event tomorrow at the Indigo Lounge. I'm going to go get some sleep, and then I'm going to head back to Newark to the airport. I'm going. But my whole thing, B-Love, is the pending cancellations on flights. Or I don't want to speculate I don't want to speculate, but what if I get to Orlando, which is a big hub as far as the airlines are concerned, especially with United. It's a big, Orlando's almost like the Port Authority. But B, what if I get to Orlando and I can't get back?
There's no storm coming, is there?
But my whole thing is like, the air routes, they get the connecting flights and the storms, and I know they fly around these things, but soon as the schedule train fails, everything falls apart.
Sounds like you're making this about you. You can't be an essential worker and it be about you, Shawn. I'm just saying, it ain't about you.
All right, I want to ask everybody this question. I want to ask everybody this question before we take a break. Everybody in the chat room, God bless you guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? We're going to go to the morning drive. DJ not here for a minute. Monday it'll be DJ Younger Nut, and next week it'll be DJ Hot Sauce. Question. Have you ever been stuck in the airport on a delay or on a cancellation? I want to know your experience. Have you ever been stuck in the airport for a delay or whatever reason? Share your experience. I'll share mine. We'll be back. Morning drive. DJ not here. Let's go.
Maybe it's 'cause you're blind. Maybe it's 'cause of that. Maybe it's 'cause the power in you seems to threaten them. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Yeah. Like you're less than anyone. But you're no less than them. No less than anyone. Yeah. Every time I leave that house, I feel like I leave with doubt. I can never leave without mama telling me about what's been happening to him. 'Cause they all match with my skin. Man, that could have been my kin, but they put him in a bin. Either that or a bid. 'Cause he's black, he's a kid. Look at the conditions we are in. We get so wrapped up, caught up in the rapture, judging others when we all live in sin. Where do I begin? Man, the story never ends. I'm discouraged with my own melanin. Isn't that a shame? Look at the progress that we made, yet still not a damn thing changed. But we'll overcome in the end, 'cause that's all that we've ever done. You're no less than to me or to anyone. Black is beautiful, you never listen to anyone. Put that on everyone. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind. Maybe it's 'cause of that. Maybe it's 'cause the power in you seems to threaten them. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Like you're less than anyone. But you're no less than them. No less than anyone. Maybe it's the way the media always portray the black father, or how we ain't capitalize on the black dollar. I don't see thugs in my brothers, I see mass scholars, trap squatters, hit a drought and then come back harder. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and really analyze the superpowers that you've been given to maximize. I used to roam dirty halls in the projects, now we travel across the globe in the fly jet. I need that black love in abundance. Seems they only throwing subs and assumptions, but because of my melanin, chemically I'm strong enough to battle through anything. Cops busting through the door with no warning, filling up the crib with bullet holes every corner. Blue bloods really ruin the game. Justice for Breonna Taylor, keep saying her name. Maybe it's 'cause of that. Maybe it's 'cause the power in you seems to threaten them. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Like you're less than anyone.
All right, we're back 31 minutes after the hour. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, Team B Love's on the phone. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We just played music from our good friend Zell, song named You're Black. DJ Young and us going to give us the party music for Monday, and we're going to turn up. We just, testing this system to see if everything works out. So when we go live, FM radio on Monday. Okay, so we are back. B Love, how you doing so far? Welcome back to the show. How you doing, B?
I'm great, Shawn. How you doing?
I'm good. B, have you ever been stuck in the airport? That was my main. That was the question we came at. Have you ever, before we took the break, have you ever been stuck in the airport before we get into this show?
I have. I've been stuck in the airport. It sucks, but
Right.
I just kind of when you can't control something, you just try to make the best of the situation. So usually I'll have all my gear with me. I'll have my iPad, I'll have a computer, I'll have my phone, I'll have my chargers, and I'll just sit down and make it a movie night. If I got to make a bed out of my clothes on the floor, I'm just going to make the best of it because what can you do?
Guys, have you ever been? I'm in the chat room. I'm not in the chat room. Have you ever been stuck in the airport because, you're not giving us the details? I was, and I'm gonna revisit that question back to you in a moment. I've been stuck in the airport many a times. I mean, I'm talking about the sleeping on the floor in the airport, sleeping underneath the chairs, just a hot mess. Have you ever did that? I stayed overnight in the airport. I stayed overnight in a particular airport because I couldn't catch the flight. There was no flights, and I called the promoter, right? B Love, and I said to the promoter, "Hey, listen, I got to stay here another night. Is there any way I could get a room extended for one more day?" The promoter's like, he actually said, "Nah, I'm good. I can't help you out." He said, I could give you the hotel rates. But I'm sorry, I can't pay for the hotel. I was like, oh my God. And I get it. My job's done. He paid for everything. Here I go. I need another room. No, I get it. Right. And the airport that I was in was an airport that closed at a certain time. Like the airport closed at midnight and it opened up again at 4 a.m. It's one of those type of airports, right? B, I refused to pay the hotel rates. I wasn't gonna leave the airport to go get a Uber, a cab, whatever, and go to the hotel. No, you know what I did? B, went old school. Took my little carry bag. That was my pillow. That was my pillow. I had another little shirt or sweater or whatever. That was my blanket.
Right.
That was my blanket. And B, I'm from the Bronx. I took my shoes off. I shouldn't have, but I took mine because I can't sleep with no shoes. I can't do it. You're going to steal my shoes. If you want to take my shoes, have me sleep in the airport because I'm taking them off. And B, then I had some good rest at that airport.
Okay.
I slept through the whole night. Woke up with yuck mouth paws.
There's a whole bathroom. Go handle that.
And B just got on the plane. So did you ever have one of those overnight sleeping on the floor experience?
Yes, I have.
What was the experience, B?
I think I was traveling I had a layover because I used to travel a lot for work and just bounce on and off of planes. And I think I had missed a layover or a change in Chicago. And Chicago is cold. So even the airport is cold. And so, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Now, normally I would have went and got a hotel room, but at that time my funds weren't there like that. So I was like, okay, what are you going to do, B? So I did exactly what you did. I took a few things out of my luggage, found a little corner, created a little pillow. I always keep an extra scarf, like when I'm traveling, for my blanket. Thankfully, I had some snacks in my bag. And I just made it a movie night at Chicago O'Hare Airport. And I was just chilling, watching these people lose their mind, the people who didn't want to sleep there. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? And they're begging the airport, the airline staff, can you get us a room? And they're looking at them like, no. Sometimes they will try to accommodate you. Yeah. But now, even more than ever, they're like, yeah, no, figure it out. So everybody's now flooding to the hotels. The hotels are now inflated. And I'm just like, nah, I'm going to thug this out, Shawn. We thugged it out. It's a Bronx and it's a Queens thing. And we made it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Put your experience in the chat room if you ever thugged it out and slept on the airplane. I was in Las Vegas one time, right? Missed the flight. Oh, no, I was flying Spirit and they only had one airplane.
Oh, Lord.
I flew Spirit and they only had one airplane going from Philly to Vegas. and the airplane was running late, and then the pilot didn't get no sleep or whatever. You know how they do. And they was like, yo, cancel. My flight's supposed to leave at 10 o'clock at night to come back to Philly at 4 in the morning, whatever. So that didn't happen. And long story short, I got back at noon the next day. But B, everybody, I was sleeping on the floor next to a slot machine in the airport.
Okay.
While the guy was playing slots. Yo, B, I was sleeping on the floor next to a slot machine, and some dude was playing the machine while I was sleeping on the floor with no shoes on.
Oh man, no. See, that's the concern is the smelly stuff that goes on. But did you catch a quarter? Like, did he win anything? What?
I didn't win. I didn't win anything. I sat my ass there. I was embarrassed. That's why, you know how people go, I would never fly Spirit and all that. And I that was my experience with Spirit. I never flew them again because it's a simple fact that they only had one plane.
Right.
Like, how you have one plane? Like,
and overbook it, and not even put me in a hotel if you know that you overbooked it. Disrespectful. I do not fly Spirit. That's so funny. Everybody in the chat room is talking about that. Like, don't fly Spirit. It's the worst. I have never flown Spirit just because of the experiences, but I have been in the airport where that kind of stuff has gone down, where they just canceled the flight. They didn't have enough, they didn't have a crew to fly, or they didn't have a big enough plane, and those people were losing their mind. I'm like, you get what you pay for? You get what you pay for.
Good morning, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. I'm looking at the chat room right now. I'm in the chat room, guys. I'm gonna dive into that chat room with you along with B. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring.
Share right now, guys. Share the show right now.
Yeah, featuring the Wake Up Team's only place on earth where you get your morning start. Now, B, I'm gonna find this video. My fault. I was looking at this video, and this was something that might have sparked your interest in everybody else. Here's the new movement. I'm gonna get the video, guys, but I just want to say this real quick. There's a new movement out here with heterosexual men, and a man on Instagram and TikTok was talking about it. And here's the new movement, B. You're not gonna believe this one. Heterosexual men, straight men, want to either move in with each other or sort of marry each other and still have the benefits of all the girlfriends that they can have come over. And they pay the bills, and they pay their bills, sort of like two bachelor guys. And they pay their own bills, two men. One guy even went as far as saying marrying the guy. I think he went a little bit too far with that. But B, there's might be a new movement out here with men, grown-ass men between 35 and 60 years old, B, moving in with each other. On a Throwback Thursday, guys, I'm going to play some throwback music in a minute. I think our next break is at 7:46. Let's see how that works. We just testing the system today, guys, for Monday. So thank you so much for your patience. And tomorrow, you know, we get Miss Miko's big birthday party. Y'all come out and hang out. And if you live locally, come on, open doors. We're gonna have a big party in here for our one and only Miss Miko. So y'all come on out and have a good time tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. to 9. We're gonna start a little early, about 6:45. We'll be in here. So come on out. Let's have fun. Let's celebrate life. And I do have to apologize for everyone. I got to get the video again. I started the show and I forgot the video. B, new movement. Grown-ass men moving in with each other, sharing the bills. One guy went to extremes to say the men should marry each other, but that's a whole nother conversation. But grown-ass straight men, it doesn't matter the race, new movement. Men are moving in with each other. Sort of like the back in the day bachelor pad.
They roommating.
Or roommating. But I think it went more than that. B. It went more like the mortgage, a house, the whole thing. Like it was like a contractual relationship as well. They can have whoever they want come over, right? They paying their bills. They're doing everything in the house. They're putting their incomes together, sort of like almost a married couple, but they're heterosexual. New movement, ladies. Ladies, there's a new movement alert out there. You think you can't find a man now?
Right.
Ladies, if this movement catch on where two of the brothers, Babylonians, my African Americans, my Latino brothers are saying, yo, you know what? We're about to change this whole bag up and move in with each other and enjoy the fringe benefits of life itself and pay our own bills together. If that is the new movement out in these streets, be love, it's a wrap for you women. It's done. It's done. Because if two men are infused together, buy a house, let's throw it out there. Let's say the house is $300,000. A modest regular house in a nice neighborhood in America. And two men have made the decision to purchase a house, 4 bedrooms, even though they have kids or whatever, they can have kids involved. They got a 4-bedroom house, the garage, the whole thing, the yard, and enough space, to live this productive life. And one of the agreements is, you do your thing with your ladies over there. I do my thing over here. No swinger situation, none of that. It's more income-based, more paying these bills. And B, I gotta say this. B Love's on the phone, guys. LGL Real Talk. I like this move.
You like this move?
I like this move. If you're a single dude and you're getting that bread and you don't want to commit, or if you do want to commit, or whatever your status is, and you don't want to purchase the house by yourself and have that bill by yourself until somebody move in and then share this money, share the expenses, you could get the homie that's still on that that has the same mentality as you have, and go, yo, let's do this down payment on this house. Let's commit for a few years. If it doesn't work out, we put the house on the market, we sell it. Or if we winning like this, you have your space, I have mine, open house, we do what we do. Now, we don't have these issues with relating with women or whatever. I like this idea. B, this is a new movement that you don't even know. B, you don't even know about it. This movement came out yesterday.
I don't know about it, thankfully, and I don't want to know about it. And I just want any man to know who's sitting across the table from me, if at this grown age, you're doing roommate status. Oh, and by the way, you're married. I'm going to have a whole issue.
No, they're not. No, B, again, they're not married. These are single heterosexual men. They're not married. But they're purchasing a house to live together. Would that be called roommates? If they're, hold on, B, whoa. I think you're dumbing it down a little bit. I say this respectfully. If two grown-ass men are financing a house, they're roommates? No, they're homeowners. They're homeowners. B, they're homeowners.
That's a real estate investment. So you guys need to, so this is what I'm saying. You have to watch your words, Shawn. If you're sitting here saying, okay, if two men are going in to buy a house so that they can live together and share expenses, right? To me, that's a roommate. But if you want to make it a real estate investment, make it that. My whole thing is, again, you guys are making it so easy to remove yourself from relationships with women because not everybody out here wants your money. Like, relax. But how does this work now? So I now have to come over and see you and Joe when I come over? Or, you know what I'm saying? So now when we go out to the backyard to barbecue, he's going to be here too? With whoever random chick he's bringing along today? Like, there's just stuff that goes with it that just brings me flashbacks of, like, when we were in our 20s and when guys were doing this kind of stuff. And I just ask the question, why? Is it just monetarily driven? What's the whole point?
Yeah, it's monetarily driven. Men are.
Y'all look at us sideways. If I tell you I live with a roommate, if I
Well, if
This
you
is what we're
well,
doing?
if you said to me, I have a roommate, we finance a house together. She has her side and I have my side. I wouldn't look at it. I go,
That's
okay.
because you're married, Sean. If you were single, you would look at things different. You'd be like, so now every time I come over there, I got to see Adrian? And is Adrian
No.
going to be in the living room when we're in the living room?
We got enough space. I said there's 4 bedrooms in this thing. You got a big den, a big living room, you got space. There's space. Some of these houses, there's enough space. Some of you folks in the chat room live in houses where some of these folks live in houses that are just too big for them right now.
Yeah, some of these folks.
Some of these folks right now that's listening to the show right now living in big ass houses that are too big for them. So if there's another person that live in there, I don't see the problem. But I'm going to tell you right now, if men are financing, and these are straight heterosexual men, if men are financing houses together like this, and you could call it what you want, because a man comes over and say, listen, I'm single. So you're saying if a man came over to you and talked to you, B, and say, I'm single, and this is what it is, and I live in this house, and yes, me and this guy live together, and we financed this house together. We got 5 bedrooms, and you come over there and you see this whole big ass yard, and it's manicured perfectly, and you see 3 cars in the driveway, and you walk into the house, and it has this big foyer in there, and a big vestibule, and there's plenty of space. You still gonna look at this guy like he got a roommate, or you gonna look at him like, okay, I see what's going on here?
Yeah, I look at him like he needs a roommate. In fact, I would look at it like, if you're not able, and again, I'm not saying this offensively, right? As a woman who's been holding herself down for a long time, financial, in terms from a financial perspective, if I'm looking at a partner.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, B. Wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry, B. Hold on. Let's take a quick break. Sorry about that, B.
That's okay.
All right. Hold your thought. Right back.
She got me backing up again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. I never thought that it would happen, that I found myself losing my true love. I thought that this was gonna last forever. I guess the love took just a wrong turn, until I found this angel from heaven, with a smile that brightens up the whole place, with an attitude that's so sophisticated. That's why I had to have her, 'cause I know she got me backing up again. One more time, she made me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again, She made me feel like she's my best friend. I'm glad to have a woman like this, that made me feel just like a new man. From dating all the women around the world, so I guess she is the one to change my game plan. But I don't have no problem with the changing from the bad to the good way.
All right, guys, we are back 50 minutes out there. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake Up Team. That's with Be Love, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? And we already know we just testing the system today. That's our beloved Marquee 3, Back in Love. We're going to have some party music on Monday. DJ Young and I, we appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys' patience this morning. B, excuse me for interrupting you, but we had to take that break because we're testing a system.
That is okay, Sean.
Right.
I'm all good.
Okay, B, let's get back to what you were saying again.
chat room, Janet J-Lo Gibbs says, "Good morning, Shawn and friend. I bought a 4-bedroom house by myself, and I don't want no roommate. I don't want a roommate. I'm not at a point in my life where I want to really share my space. But if I happen to be dating someone who is sharing space, I don't know. It would have to be a very ideal situation. And then I would have to ask myself, like, why do you need this big house? Like, why can't you just find a smaller space that's good for yourself? What happens now when you and I get serious? What is the logistics that go down with that? Do we have to sell this space? Do you have to find somebody else? Like, it just seems to me, I don't know. It just seems like an excuse for people to be able to live on a different playing field, but without really having the means to do so.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, I forget. And guys, we're gonna get into the news. Rest in peace, Coolio. We're gonna get into all that. Don't worry about it. We got you. Don't worry about it. Only place on earth where you get your morning start. Right. We're gonna say this and then we're gonna get into the news. Shout out to my homegirl J-Lo. J-Lo, I love you to death. I don't want to tell her business. She relocated down in the Delaware area, bought this big giant house, and God bless her. And she might fall into that category that I talked about, B. And Jay, it was good seeing you at Rob Stapleton's event last month. We bugged out and had a good time. God bless you, J-Lo. I think a lot of you and B and Jay and all the rest of you, and put a number 1 in the chat room if you lived in a space by yourself when you know damn well you had too much space. J-Lo, I don't know. I know she lives by herself. I don't know what her relationship status is, but if she live in a big ass 4-room apartment by herself, a 4-bedroom house by herself with probably 2 garage doors and all that, that's a lot of space. And there's a lot of us in our lifetime that lived in a space that we was like, damn, there's nobody else here, and I got these 3 bedrooms, and now bedrooms are storage bins. Hold on. But B, that's not this. This is 2 men that are making a financial commitment on real estate to live with each other.
Right.
To just pay the bills. I mean, yeah, you call it roommate. I call it a financial decision with 2 grown men. That, and again, these are heterosexual men. I think sexuality has nothing to do with it. I want to stop saying that. I just want to say it's just 2 grown men. They have enough space, 4 to 5 bedrooms. They want to share the expenses, and you immediately dumb it down, I say this respectfully, to some kind of hangout pad, and now the playing field has changed. We did talk about the playing field has changed. It's 2 men who are committed to a financial responsibility. What playing field is it? I'm just saying this. Ladies, watch it. Might be a new movement out here where men, since a lot of y'all women, you don't want to dumb it down and date Joe the bus driver because you're looking for this perfect guy. But guess what? Joe the bus driver and his man Tyrone, they get in a house together and slaying everything that move.
Well, there's that part.
Or just having some freaking peace. And bring those kids over. I mean, because half the time, these kids are under court order. So they bringing these kids over the day they have the kids, and they living their best life. That's the way I see it. You looking at it another way. And then you have your rights and your opinion, B-Love. But I look at it in a different light.
You're a married man, Shawn.
Oh, my God.
Any way you want. I'm a single woman, and I'm the one that has to deal with the other side of this, not you. So I understand that you're okay. I'm just letting you know on the outside looking in, it sounds like to me another reason for men not to be able to just be independent, do their thing, meet a woman, partner up and do that. Y'all just want to be out here making up your own rules, being roommates at 50 and 60.
Oh, wow.
It just, I don't get it.
Wow. So now, we're going right into judgment zone. So they're roommates at 60, but they purchased this big ass house. What Princess said?
He said somebody's chick gonna get hit, and then there goes the whole investment. Exactly. What happens if I come over and your roommate looks hotter than you? And we giving each other googly eyes, and then the next thing I know, because guess what? Y'all both on the same playing field. Y'all both investors. Y'all both got nice houses. Y'all both making it happen. Now, you have a better back game than this one may have. I'm just saying, you just leaving the room open for stuff.
Okay, so let's that's a good point, Princess. God bless. Now wait a minute. Well, hold on. Okay, first of all, let me just clarify something. B keeps throwing that marriage thing at me, and I am a married man. But B, breaking news: I've been single at least 4 times in my life. Hold on. If the 2 men are compatible with each other, just say they both bus drivers, no disrespect. They work the train system, New York City. They just average looking guys. They got the little stomach. Not the best looking guys. I don't think that 2 guys with, one is fine as hell, like let's say Tay Diggs, pause, and the other one is just the regular Joe guy. I don't know if that would be compatible. But if these 2 guys are compatible and one smashes if it gets to that point, I think that maybe fellas would probably have some house rules, just like some of you ladies would have house rules. I think, don't smash my lady, don't smash this, don't smash that. I don't know, but I'm just saying this. Since you're putting the particulars down, and we're going to get into the news, guys. Since you're putting the particulars down on the do's and don'ts and speculating, which is all good, B. I'm not mad at you. It starts a conversation. I'm just saying this is a new movement. Grown-ass men from 35 to 60 are purchasing homes and sharing the homes and sharing, and the kids are coming over, and they are combining their expenses. And they don't give a damn about if someone called them roommates. Hold on, B. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, team. Who's this?
This your boy F.I.G.
Let's clap. Fig. Oh. Hold on, Fig. Before you say something. Fig, new segment Monday for Fig. Monday and Wednesday. Sunday quarterback with Fig. Go ahead, Fig. What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. I just want to ask this one question because, and then I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna let you guys do whatever. I'll just listen in. But my question is, why is all this extra responsibility being put on men financially to do everything and carry 90% of the weight, if not the majority of the weight? But on the flip side, women want to be equal. I don't get it. It's like this women's movement where women want to be equal. They want to make equal pay. They want everything equal. They don't want no They don't want men to be leaders in the house. You can't be head of the household. We got to be equal. Everything got to be equal. But then when it comes to financial status and our lifestyle, then all of a sudden all this responsibility is put on us. Well, I want to know what happened to equality. When do you really want the equality? Do you want it all the time, or do you just want it when it's convenient for you? I don't think, it just doesn't seem fair. You know what I mean? Now, I'm all for women making the same amount of money as a man doing the same job and stuff like that. I'm all for that. But if women are going to be out here in the workforce making their own dime, then why are you still putting these old, dated responsibilities on men? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like a 2-headed coin, and the men on both sides, we end up losing, and it doesn't make sense.
You know what? He brings up a good point. Whoa, wait, everybody. Wait. Fig, don't go nowhere. B-Love, don't go nowhere. Just want to make a quick an announcement. Okay, guys, so we have comedy. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team will be in Harlem at a comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, Thursday, October the 16th. Thursday, October 27th. Doors open up at 6. Showtime 7. Live podcast, broadcast, and also live comedy show plus after party. We're celebrating for our beloved Cindy J. So you guys come on out Thursday, October the 27th at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, 20 in advance, 25 VIP. Come on out. If you haven't never seen none of us in person, we're going to do the podcast in person. We are super excited about that. Then we segue into a comedy show. Then we go right into the after party. We truly appreciate you. Tomorrow, right here in the studio, big birthday party for Miss Miko. You guys tune in, or if you're local here in the Lehigh Valley, you're welcome to the studio. The studio's here on Elizabeth Avenue and the north side of Bethlehem. Y'all come on out. New York King Talent will be in the building at Sunday Night Labs, Sunday, October the 16th at the Iron Mule, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. You guys come on out. Doors open up at 5 p.m. Showtime 6. Okay, we're back. Hey, B Love, are you still there?
I am, of course I'm here.
B, are you hearing everything that comedian Fig is saying? Listen, the guy's on point with all of this, B, and I need a rebuttal from you with this.
How? I'm just trying. Who's doing 90% Fig? I don't know one woman in my circle that's asking a man to be 90% financially responsible and and taking care of everything, but you can't run your household. You can't be the head of the household. You can't be the man in the house. I don't know who's doing that. In my household, it is 50-50 in terms of whatever we do financially, or at least my contribution is always going to be 50. If my man comes back to me and he's like, no, I got this, then trust, I got other stuff. Oh, and by the way, you're the man in my household. So I don't really understand where this is coming from. There is no financial responsibility that's being put on men that they're not asking for. In fact, men don't want the financial responsibility. What they rather do is go partner up with some dude and be a roommate. Instead of being a real man.
See, that's just what I'm
Hold on, let her finish. Hold on, wait.
Listen, no man would turn around and have two women in the same household if two women decided to go buy a giant home and they was just going to share the household. No man would be like, why are you doing that? Where's all of the judgment? Where's the gender judgment coming from? What does it matter what gender you are when you make a financial decision to go and purchase an income property and just two people go in on it? You know, it doesn't make sense.
Hey,
why is that a judgment for men to do that?
Yeah, hold on.
It is my choice on who I want to interact with and deal with in terms of how they're handling their situation. It's not a judgment.
Whoa.
I understand that, but what's wrong with
yeah.
what's wrong with two men purchasing a home? That's all I want to know. What's wrong with that?
Yes.
What's wrong with two men purchasing a home? But the way that Shawn is making it appear like, well, two men, and he started off saying they were getting married. It's a new movement and a new trend. And my thing is, at the end of the day, if you're sitting here telling me you rather take your little $50,000 and figure out how to get with somebody else $50,000 and y'all get together.
Well, hold on. Whoa. Wait. Fig, let her finish. Fig. Let her finish.
Why gotta be 50,000? What if they both make 150,000?
Wait, Fig, let her finish.
You shouldn't be living with a roommate if you're making
Why?
$150,000.
Why?
Because you need to be on your own.
Now, hear me out. Whoa. Stop. Everybody stop. Now, on the top of this conversation, there was some extremists about men getting married. I discarded that part. We just going to what the basics is. And B, God bless you, boy. I can hear the underlying resentment that's coming out of your soul. No disrespect. No disrespect, B. That's why I love you to death. You on the show. We chopping it up. But B, I use the word dumbed down because I'm perplexed on why it is so horrific that two men can have an investment property and just live their lives in this property. And I'm gonna throw the sexuality out of there, but let's throw it back in. They're heterosexual men. They make the same amount of money. They're living comfortable. And Fig's right. I'm sorry. Why they gotta be roommates? Why does it have to be some type of special agenda? And why do you have to judge because you want to go to because one of the men invite you to the house and then there's another man living there, and then you guys and Princess Cox no pause even though it went even further. Yeah, but what if he looks better than the other guy and they smash? That has nothing to do with it. B, why?
Let me tell you what that is.
Freedom and a
let me tell you what that is. That's a personality issue. That's something wrong with the woman. If you're dating a man and then you go and you see another man that looks better and now you're interested in the other guy that looks better, that's not a him problem. That's a you problem.
It could be the other way around, Fig.
It could be the other way around, but then there's a problem with the man.
Hold on, but wait, one at a time, guys, one at a time.
If the man is dating a woman and then he goes to her house and there's another woman that lives with her, a roommate, family member, whatever, and now all of a sudden he's checking for the other woman, that's a him problem.
Right, what it comes down to is that it leaves an opening for other stuff to happen that where it wouldn't have to happen. And just so y'all know, I'm down with it as long as I'm down. So now let me just put it in another situation. Now I have a male friend. He's heterosexual, and he doesn't have anything going on. I don't have anything going on. We're not sexually attracted to each other, but we want to buy a house and we want to live together but independently. Is that an issue?
Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. I just missed the break. Give me 1 minute. We'll be right back. Everybody hold their thoughts. Morning Drive, DJ not here. Let's go.
HIE Entertainment. We're about business.
Hold on. Don't say nothing. The mics are on.
She got me backing up again. She make me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again. She make me feel like she's my best friend. I never thought that it would happen.
Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. My next break is at 5. That's 26 minutes. All right. We're just testing everything today, guys, for Monday. So we're still a great show. Thank you. Put a number 1 chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. Number 1 if you enjoyed the show today. Number 2 if you're not. B, Love, LGL Real Talk. The floor is yours again. Go ahead.
So my whole thing is, it's not a judgment thing. It's a preference thing, and who and how I choose to date. You're judging me because I'm saying that this is not a situation that I'm okay with. What's up with that?
I don't care about, listen, it's not a personal thing. It's not about B-Love. It's about women in general putting all of these things on all of these judgments on men. Like, my man, like, this man got to make a certain amount of money, or you ain't no real man if you don't do this, or you ain't no real man if you don't do that. If you don't make 50,000, you don't make 100,000. I need a man that makes 6 figures. I need a man to do this. I need a man to do that. Where's all of this judgment coming from? And we're supposed to be equal now. I mean, we're in women vote, women work, some women hold higher positions than men. Some women make more money than men. Where's all this judgment still coming from men? Or is this just, for lack of a better term, is because individual has a different genitalia than you, does that make him or her more responsible than the other person? Because a man has a penis and a woman has a vagina, does that mean that the man has to do more? Or he has to make more, or he has to do this, or he has to do that? If this is just a personal choice of yours, that's one thing. But this judgment is coming from a lot of women talking about men got to do the, or you. I've never heard a man say, you ain't no real woman because you don't do this or because you don't do that. No. But this is something women say all the time. You're not a real man if you don't do this. You're not a real man if you don't do that. You're not a real man. Like, where's all this stuff coming from? And do y'all really want equality?
Hold on a second.
If y'all want equality, then these antiquated, dated things that y'all be saying about men gotta go away.
All right, hold on a second. B Love, what are they saying in the chat room real quick? I can't get into the chat room.
In the chat room, some people are saying, it's a dating preference. Some Vanetta, I don't see anything wrong with having a roommate. Conversations just need to be had prior to the venture. And then you have Beanie saying it's not a problem at all. Dating is the process of elimination. But then she comes down and she says, I personally wouldn't date a man with a roommate. I like to walk around in a bare minimum, and I can't do that with a roommate around. I agree. If I want to get my stuff on in the living room, in the kitchen, in the backyard, I can't do that if I know that there's another man in the room. So you're holding me back from doing what I want to do, and I'm just saying, me personally with somebody else.
Now, let me ask you this. Let's do it another way.
Now, Fig, hold on, Fig. I said, Fig.
Let me just switch the house for a second, Shawn.
No, Fig. That's what I said in the beginning of the conversation. This was like a 4 or 5 bedroom house. It was plenty of space.
Not even that. Let's just switch it up even different.
Okay.
Let's go to say two grown men go in and they purchase a 3-family house. They rent one occupies one, and one occupies the other. Now you can walk around butt naked, do whatever you want to do in his apartment because the other guy won't have access to it. Is that a problem?
No, that's not a problem because now there's an independence in terms of we're not sharing space. But that wasn't what Shawn proposed.
Yeah, of course.
He's saying they're in a house, they're sharing a house and a singular space where I now have to come there and be there in that space. And I just want to say this to you, Faye. Again, I don't know what conversations with what women that you're having. The women that I know, and myself included.
Hold on, Fig. Hold on, Fig. Let her talk. Go ahead, V.
We don't care about the money that you make. We don't care. You know what we care about? That you're handling your business, that you're responsible as a man, a father, a partner to me. It's not about how much money you make.
So if you had B, let me ask something. If you but B, if a man had those qualities and he lived in a 5-bedroom house with another man, to me you're eliminating that guy.
I possibly am eliminating.
You're eliminating because he's sharing a home with someone else. This is a guy that you're looking for, and you say, listen, this is my roommate. Like as you would say, I wouldn't call him a roommate, but because this man have these qualities and he lives with another man in a 5-bedroom house and a big yard, there's plenty of space, there's no problem here, you are going to eliminate this man because of that.
There's a lot of extra money, Shawn. Let's just say that because when you splitting a house bill in half, the money that you would generally be spending on your mortgage is going to other things. It's going to trips, maybe maybe your bank account is fat, investments, retirement. Like that's extra money that you could do something else with. I don't know what kind of financial planners these women are going to or who they talking to, but that's a lot of money saved.
It's not
B-Love, what would you say about that?
It's about my sense of comfortability in terms of what I want to do when I'm with my man. I agree. From a business perspective, it's a great idea. I'm not mad at it. But from a personal perspective, I even know. Think about, have you ever dated women with children?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you dated women with children, you know that when you go over there, there's some limitations to some interaction. Nothing's going down unless it's in the bedroom. And even with that, there's some limitations because you know the kids are around.
Listen, if you get married, then you got children. There's limitations.
Right, married. But we're
So-
not married. We're dating.
So hold on.
Limitations everywhere.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
Hold on. Wait a minute.
What if I go to your house?
So B, and everyone.
Because there's no roommate here, and if you want
There
to
you
take
go.
your
So
hands
what's the
off
problem?
and your
Then
socks,
you walk
and you
around
want
however
to
you
do all
want.
that,
Now
do it.
B, let me ask you this. So are you saying, and shout out to everyone in the chat room. It's the only place on earth where you get smart. So I know we're gonna get to the news, and one of our rap heroes has passed away. We're gonna get into that, no doubt. No, rest in peace, Coolio, and we'll get into that. So B, a man who's sharing financial responsibilities with another man who has sort of a windfall of extra money to do whatever they need to do financially, as explained, and they're living this comfortable life. Are you saying that this life has to be disrupted because you can't walk with your poom shorts to the kitchen?
Not even poo-poo shorts, nothing. If I want to walk into the kitchen with nothing, I do not want to see Joe in the refrigerator getting water after you just blew my back out and I'm trying to get some juice.
Now, B, you know,
there's some certain rules to the game.
Right.
And
So,
this is one of those
but
rules that don't apply to me.
okay, so B, what if the man said, "Listen, I have these 2 bedrooms upstairs. Only thing that's not here is the kitchen. You can't walk around naked. Obviously, I got a roommate and maybe his kids, and maybe other people are here. Can you just go downstairs, regularly dressed to go to the kitchen?" Are you saying that because of this man who lives this comfortable life with these windfalls because he has extra money, are you saying that that's a deal breaker for you, that you can't go to the kitchen because the way you want to dress? Because B, if that's the case, and if this man had this conversation prior then there's no way that we can relate to each other. So if this man had this conversation with you prior and say, listen, this is what you need to do to go to the kitchen, is that a done deal for you?
I would have to say it would have to be everybody always makes a situation when you make these decisions like it's one thing. So it's because he has a roommate. It has to be a whole situation. And to Fig's point, you could come to my house. You know what I'm saying? But it really comes down to the mentality and where this is coming from. Right now, we live in a world where some men don't even know if they're men anymore. I need to know what the situation is.
If the guy,
I do not want to walk out the door and see your roommate and pouring me some juice.
So
you and I just had sex.
B, again, I just need an answer. If the man said that you have to go downstairs, dressed appropriate to use the kitchen. I mean, upstairs we got 2 bedrooms, the bathrooms, like everything's sectioned off. You can walk around butt ass naked up here, but downstairs.
You got all this money, have your own
kitchen. Hear me out, B. Hear me out. If he gave you this information beforehand, is this a done deal for you?
Possibly.
Wow.
Yeah, Possibly.
Wow.
Possibly. I don't want to date somebody who has a roommate.
Okay, no, I get it. Now to Fig's point, now say you had your own place, right? And this single guy or this guy was this in rental with this mortgage investment with the other man. He could come to your house and y'all could do that whole butt ass naked thing going to the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Is that would that be an acceptable compromise?
Princess just said it perfectly. He said it doesn't work for a woman of a certain age and where she is in her life. If I was in my 20s and 30s, I probably wouldn't have an issue with this. But I'm in a place in my life, especially if you sit here and talk about all this excess money you have. If it's a situation where it was like, it's a 3-family home, you have your apartment, he has his apartment, they're renting out an apartment, I could rock with that. That's doable. But 2 men living in a shared space is just not something that I want to do.
I get it. But to Fig's point, Fig, you still there?
Yeah.
Sunday morning quarterback Fig this Monday, 8:15, Monday and Wednesday. Let's clap and let's welcome Fig aboard, guys. But to Fig's point, and I don't know, I can't see the chat room. Damn it. B, if 2 grown-ass women were sharing a house together financially with a mortgage, us men wouldn't care about that. We wouldn't care about it at all. We wouldn't care about that.
That's you, man.
Guess what? If I need to go get some juice, I put on a T-shirt, some shorts, and my slippers, and I go get the damn juice.
That's you, man. I'm just saying. You have to respect.
But that's what I'm saying.
That
this is my whole thing.
You guys have to respect somebody's choice.
Listen for a second. Listen what I'm saying. Just 1 second. This is what I'm saying about women's thought process or mentality towards men.
Right.
We have to be this image that you guys that have been painted and burned into the minds of women of what a man is.
Right.
But those images are old. Those images are from back when women stayed at home and men did all of the work. Now women are full into the workforce and like I said, quite often make a lot more money than men. As a matter of fact, I got a perfect example.
Okay.
When Barack met Michelle, she was his professor in college and she made more money than he did.
Right.
Okay.
Those things, and they ended up getting married. So the thing is what I'm saying is these women have these images about what a man should have, what he should do, what his duties are, but then on the flip side, women want 100% equality.
Yeah.
So if you want 100% equality, then why are all of these things put on men as to what we have to have and what we have to do, what we have to buy, what we have to pay, what we need to own, how much money we need to make? Why are all of these pressures put on men to do this stuff? And you you can do the damn stuff yourself.
So B, let me ask you this question, and I ask all the women these questions. And Fig, we're gonna talk about your segment real quick before we take a break. What our listeners have to look forward to, Fig, for this Monday and next Wednesday. And thank you so much. Sunday Quarterback Monday with a Fig. B, let me ask you this question. So say if that's the case, and would you be? Let's dumb it down. Let's dumb it down. B. What if the man said, you know what, you right. I can't, because you can't walk to the living room, to the kitchen, butt ass naked. I'm gonna surrender this. I'm gonna sell my part of the house and get a place where you can feel butt ass naked. I mean, where you can walk around butt ass naked. Let's just go into fantasy world real quick. Are you okay with that?
Listen, I'm okay with whatever is comfortable for both of us. I'm not asking him to do anything. It comes down to like Beanie said, it's a process of elimination when you're dating. And I understand, again, there's no expectation from me, from a man, in terms of what he's supposed to do, not do, other than be financially responsible, a good father, a good man, a good husband, a good son. Now, does that mean that I want to date somebody and he could be all of that and have a roommate? That's fine. This is my preference. I choose not to deal with somebody who, and we keep saying women and expectations. I can't speak for all women. The women that I know don't get down like that. The women that I know have a mindset of we're grown-ups.
So B,
this is what we expect from each other.
So B, if one of your
single women.
So B, if and then we're gonna give it to Fig. We're gonna close out with Fig. Okay. So if one of your single girlfriends was dating a guy like this, since you're not gonna do it, and I know this is still gonna be your friend, would you look at your girlfriend's side eye? Like, for example, like, no. Girl, you really doing that? Are you doing that?
Nope. Because what may not work for me may work perfectly well for them, and I am respectful of people's situations and what they want to do. And I said that if this is what two men want to do your thing. I'm not judging you. Now, I just don't want to deal with it.
I got you. Now, before we get to Fig, just want to let you guys know that's the new movement right now. Men are getting investment properties for themselves and moving in with themselves. That's what's going on. New movement out here. Ladies, you might be done. Now, Fig.
Yeah.
Sunday morning quarterback on a Monday and a Wednesday.
Monday morning quarterback.
Oh, sorry. Monday morning quarterback. Fig, tell us about this segment before we take a break real quick. Tell us what all our listeners going to get themselves involved.
We talked yesterday about sports and stuff like that. You said, maybe we should get some sports updates or whatever. And so I came up with the idea of Monday morning quarterback. A lot of stuff happens over the weekend, a lot of sports and stuff like that. And we could just come and bring up the latest, whether it be, extraordinary things that happen in sports, maybe like we talked about yesterday, maybe a scandal, some kind of news story, somebody getting fired, whatever it is. It's this Monday morning quarterback, like a reflection on everything that happened over the weekend on Monday.
Let's clap. And Wednesday. Let's clap for that. Right. And Fig, where can they find? And Fig, where can they find you every morning, every afternoon?
Well, you can talk to your boy Fig on all social media platforms at Comedian Fig, but we have a sports show that we do, a podcast that we do Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m., and it's called Box Seats. You can see that on Facebook Live, and it's also rebroadcast on 2 other times. I think it's like 7 and 11 on Facebook, and it's also if you have the Humor Mill channel, which is a comedy channel, you can also see it on the Humor Mill Network.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys in the chat room. Please, let's clap for our good friend Fig. Just to let you know, show announcement before we get to the music break. DJ not here on Monday to be DJ Young Enough. Thank you so much for your patience for us testing the show today. Miss Miko's birthday party tomorrow. Y'all come on out locally. We're gonna have a party. We have a party. We turn up in here. It's gonna be good times tomorrow, 7 to 9 a.m. Also, the IMU Sunday Night Laughs with Talent and Friends. That's Sunday, October the 16th at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Y'all come on out. And the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team is hitting the road. We're going to New York City, guys. Thursday, October the 27th at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street. See Cindy, myself, Miss Miko for tickets. The ticket is moving fast, and we truly appreciate you. So, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to go. Hey, Fig, thank you so much. We'll hit you in the chat room. God bless you.
Thanks, Fig.
And we'll be back. Morning Drive. DJ not here. Let's go.
DJ Young and Nut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying.
It's Shawn Harvey featuring Cindy J along with our co-host Barbie Cologne on Comedy World Net Radio.
Hey guys, it's Barbie Cologne from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team on Comedy World Net Radio.
This is Sunny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Catch us on Comedy World Net Radio.
Who is it? It's Young and Nut, and I'm doing them.
Okay, we are back 28 minutes after y'all. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team. Special guest this morning, B Love. Let's clap for B. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And just a friendly reminder before you read the comments in the chat room, B and I was just talking at the break for a minute. Thank you. And guys, like I said, we're testing this system. We're going to make an announcement next week. We're going to go up in Rochester on the FM station. So we just want to test everything and make sure everything's right. That's why you're hearing a little bit of music. You're hearing a little bit of breaks. But I just want to let you guys know, if you know anybody in the country or wherever you listen to the show, if you have a nonprofit event that's happening, please let us know. And we are broadcasted here on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. So you can email us at the Shawn Harvey Morning Show at gmail.com. If you have any events, you can put it in our group room. You can inbox us. You can inbox me, Cindy, or Miss Miko. If there's any nonprofit events that are in the area here locally in Pennsylvania or New York, New Jersey, wherever you listen to the show, please let us know. We like to get the word out on our end for a non-profit event. And again, just to take the time up before we get back into the show, guys, if you're not doing nothing tomorrow, we got Miss Miko's. I'm not in the chat room at the moment, but we have Miss Miko's big birthday bash. That's tomorrow here in the office over here on Elizabeth Avenue in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. If you're local, come on out. let's celebrate our beloved Miss Miko's birthday. And if you've never seen a birthday party here on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, we turn up. So we're going to have a great time. Spoke to Cindy about it earlier this morning, so we're going to have an awesome time. So we're going to party tomorrow. And also, we're coming to New York City. Live taping of the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Podcast at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street. Industries in the building. Y'all come. It's an after work vibe. We're also celebrating Sidney J's big birthday bash. So come on out. Let's have a good time. Put on a nice shirt because they'll be filming this. And then we got a comedy show and an after party. So we're going to celebrate life. We're going to laugh. We're going to love. And we're in the building. Live podcast. So we definitely appreciate you. B-Love?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's clap for you. Everybody in chat room, clap for B. B, what are they saying in the chat room about all this? I'm just bringing up a new movement. Like I said, heterosexual men or men in general are purchasing investment property to live with each other and share expenses and not deal with a lot of these relationship problems or whatever that's going on in life. So African-American men are infusing their finances and they're getting their own place. Ladies, might be a problem for y'all out there. But B, what are they saying in the chat room?
Well, I think the consensus, Miss Pink said she kind of kicked it off when she was like, I can't even have these conversations about these things that millennials make up because these are these new things that these people come up with, these kids come up with. Us older folks and the consensus in the chat room is that when you get of a certain age, you just move a certain way. And when you move a certain way, there's, it just comes with certain understanding. This idea that, their expectations for men, it's not how it used to be. And it's never going back to that way where it's like the man brought the money home.
Hold on, B.
Stuff like that.
B, hold on. What else are they saying? See how you went from what she said to now you going into.
All in the chat room. That's what
So what else
that I'm talking about is in the chat room.
That's all they're saying in the chat room about this?
Yes, they're saying that it's not like it used to be. That some women of a certain age like their own space. That's what Beanie's saying. She's with me. She's like, she cannot date somebody like that because at the end of the day, we're grown women and we just see things in a certain way. And then you got the Godfather who said that he actually dated a woman and it was reversed. She had two roommates and she was the woman. So I asked him, so how was that? And he said, I was young in the Marine Corps. It was cool at first. I didn't know about the arrangement. She said they were her brothers. So my rule when I want to talk serious talk about moving in, she said she already has two roommates. So you know what I'm saying? That she pointed out two gorilla-looking dudes. Oh, shoot. So I'm just saying, to each his own, but it kind of seems like it's not really something that a lot of people in our age range are really down for.
I say this. If I'm going to follow in the footsteps of our beloved Fig, if two grown-ass women, if I was dating, if I was single or whatever. I'm not single, as B-Love was said for 50 times during this show.
Yes, you're not.
You're the woman that if I'm around other women, you going to go over and go, he's married. You one of those. Okay.
Yep.
I
got you, Tanya. I got you, girl.
Yeah, no doubt. If I see two grown-ass women, if I was dating and two grown-ass women were sharing a house, sort of like J-Lo down in Delaware, if she had a roommate, J-Lo lives in a goddamn castle down there. If two women were living together and I was dating one and they simply said, it's when you go to the kitchen, just put some clothes on and we good, I'm okay with that. But a lot of y'all say because we men, we're okay with that, and I'm still trying to figure out what gender has to do with this, but that's fine. I'm okay with it. All right, what else? Are they saying one more thing before we get into the news, B?
I'm just going to wrap it up with Danielle, who says she cannot have a roommate. She is the queen of her castle, and that's all she has to say about that.
Y'all keep saying roommates. Why do y'all keep saying that? There's an investment property, five bedrooms, sitting on 2 acres of land with 3 garages. That's not a roommate to me.
Okay. You can call it whatever you want. 2 people living in the same house sharing bills. If they're not a couple, they're roommates. Okay, housemate, Sean.
Okay.
Does that work better for you?
I don't know. I don't know. And just one side note before we get into the show. I did something real different last night. My wife and I got into a little argument, right, B? This is basic, like kind of like why you didn't take out the garbage kind of an argument.
Okay.
All right, nothing serious. Just that kind of frustrating kind of thing, right?
All right.
So, B, guess what I did? I'm not, guys, if you don't know, I don't drink. I'm a sober alcoholic. B, I gave my wife, even though she was mad, I threw 2 glasses of wine at her and a few shots of whatever.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And while we were arguing, and B, like an hour later, it was like a laugh fest. The argument went away. The liquor took away the argument. Y'all clap for Harvey.
That's the fallacy. I don't know about that.
She was, I said, throw the shots back and she did that. Next thing you know, she like, I was like, thank you. So I'm going to clap for myself.
Okay, good job. Everybody clap for Sean.
Clap for me. A little few shots in a glass of wine. That alleviates a lot. All right, B, let's go into some front page news. I hope you guys are enjoying the show this morning. God bless. What's going on in the news, B? God bless.
Well, I know we talked about it in the chat, and, we found out late last night that the amazing Coolio passed away. Coolio's talent manager, Sheila Finnegan, told the news, "We're saddened by the loss of our dear friend and client, Coolio, who passed away Wednesday afternoon. He touched the world with the gift of his talent, and he will be missed profoundly. Please have Coolio's loved ones in your thoughts and prayers." Law enforcement sources tell the news no drugs or drug paraphernalia were found at the scene of Coolio's death. An autopsy and toxicology test will be used to determine an official cause of death. They were called to the house. Law enforcement were called to the house in Los Angeles around 4 p.m. yesterday for a medical emergency, and when they got there, they pronounced Coolio dead. The police have opened a death investigation, but as of right now, there doesn't appear to be any signs of foul play. However, sources say the coroner will make a final determination following an autopsy. He died Wednesday in Los Angeles. The rapper achieved enormous success in the 90s while visiting a friend late Wednesday afternoon, passed away. His longtime manager, Jerez, says he went into the bathroom at his friend's house, but he didn't come out for a while. The friend kept calling for him and eventually went in and found Coolio lying on the floor. We're told the friend called EMTs, who arrived and pronounced Coolio dead on the scene. And Jerez tells us that the paramedics suspect he suffered cardiac arrest. Again, an official cause of death has not been determined. Coolio, whose real name is artist Leon Ivy Jr., came up on the LA rap scene in the late 80s, but blew up nationally in 1995 when he released Gangster's Paradise for the soundtrack of Dangerous Minds. The song reached #1 and stayed there for 3 weeks. And while Paradise became his signature hit, he had several others, including Fantastic Voyage, which hit #3 on the Billboard's Hot 100, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, Something New, and It's All the Way Live. He was 59 years old. Rest in peace, Coolio. I'm devastated.
All right, let's put the prayer emojis in for Coolio, man. Jesus Christ. 59 years old, right?
59 years old.
That sucks.
Went at his friend's house, went into the bathroom, and just never came back out.
Yeah, man. First of all, our condolences to his family as well. This is an artist who, one of our beloved heroes in the rap community. And you're right, in 95 when he dropped the Gangsta Paradise, boy, that was something else. That song resonates with all of us for eternity. When that hit, the Fantastic Voyage, the remake of this song, that song was unbelievable. And he had that personality. I never met the guy, but he had that, you can see he had that high energy kind of personality that we all love. And #1 on the charts for 3 weeks is profound in the record industry. And to just, when it's your time to go, man, you're done. And that cardiac arrest, you go in the bathroom and you die. And at least he was around some folks when he passed away, knocking on the door in the bathroom. So our condolences to this man, 59 years old. And you get a certain age, and like for me, 59 is very young. Because I'm 57. That's why I'm running to the hospital, the doctor every 5 years, because that cardiac arrest is around the corner somewhere.
Oh gosh, Shawn, I hope not. God bless
that cardiac arrest, man. Damn.
They chasing him down, huh?
There's the wrong criminals out there that they're freaking trying to find. They need to cure this cardiac arrest thing.
Man.
I don't know if he had a family or not. I don't know what his status is, but rest in peace to the beloved Coolio. Passed away yesterday, man. The music that we enjoy, especially like all of us can definitely identify in the mid '90s. Most of us was in our 20s and 30s, and we was just rocking to him. So rest in peace, Coolio, and God bless you and your family. Gangsta Paradise.
Yes. And shout out to Beanie in the chat room, man. She just lost a girl. And shout out to Beanie in the chat room, Beanie Green. She just lost a friend 2 days ago to a heart attack. It's listen, it's not promised. Cardiac arrest is running around, y'all. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves.
But like I said, take care. But then sometimes it's like, and before we get into our next story, sometimes, man, unfortunately, like it's in the bloodline. Like sometimes some of these things are it's a generational thing. That's why they want to always know your family history. But like I said in my thoughts here, thank God, like he passed away around folks. Because a lot of folks, unfortunately, when it's time to go, and we already had these conversations, guys, my acceptance level is like I'm on 10 when it's time to get out of here, because, you can't live, you live and you die, and that's what it is. And make your best life as you can while you're here on this earth. But like recently, a friend of mine passed away, same thing like cardiac arrest, but he was home, and he was a single guy by himself. And it took like 2.5 days to find this guy. You know what I mean? Because he was, and he.
That's where the roommate thing comes in.
Well, if he had a roommate, he'd have been fine. But my whole thing is, like, and he passed away. Guess what? He was arguing with his baby mother about child support. Before we move on to the next story.
Wow.
They were on the phone. He was getting up, going to work. You know how you just get up in his normal morning and you go to work? The baby mother calls because they had this horrible relationship. It was a court situation. It was a lot. This is one of my guys who I love to death. And he's screaming and yelling at the baby mother, hangs up the phone, and falls out and dies of a cardiac arrest.
Wow. Wow.
And they didn't find him for 2 days.
Wow.
And the baby mother and his sister hated each other. They hated each other, B. And the sister wouldn't allow her to go to the funeral.
Wow.
And the baby mother was so guilty because she thought that maybe she caused this whole thing, that she really wanted to be there.
Right.
But the sister wouldn't allow the baby mother not to attend because of their relationship. And this man passed away arguing. What is it? And that's why I always say, like I said last night, I had this little light argument with my wife. B, I'm 57 years old. Y'all all know this. I'm old as hell. I might be the oldest person in this chat room. But I'm not gonna argue with my wife, and my last words is like, bitch, and die.
Right.
I can't handle that. My stress level, because that sometimes like the body reacts a certain way. You don't know. Sometimes you're so stressed out that your heart goes, you know what? We're out.
Yep.
You want to do all this yelling and screaming? We gotta go.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're on the floor grabbing your shirt because you're arguing too much over something that don't matter, or some relationship, some kid in some court.
Right. Right.
So I say this as your podcast guy this morning, guys. Try not to argue so much.
Yeah,
Sure.
love on your people. There's nothing to fight about. It's not that serious. You know, I just put that in the room. Love on your people and check on your people because, to your point, as a single woman, it's a joke with me. I'm like, the one who may have issue go looking for me is Adrian. You know our girl Adrian from Atlanta, because I'm single. And, you know, it's like I talk to some people sometimes. I don't. And I'm like, if something happens to me, it'll be a couple of days before they
No,
find
B,
me.
hold on, B, before we take our break. We're not going to do that. Guys, if you're not a weirdo, everybody check on B at night. Everybody check on B Love at night. If you're weird and you're stalkerish, not you. But everybody else, you know, send B that, hey, B, you all right out there? Hold on, B, quick break before we get into the next story. We'll be right back. Morning Drive, DJ not here. Let's go. We are back 47 minutes after the hour. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Why not? Only place where you get this morning love. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Whoa, hold on. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Please, if you can't find the show, just Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. We're on all social media platforms this morning. What's on YouTube? Thank you. Show sponsored by Comedy World Network. And special shout out to 100.9 FM, Rochester, New York. God bless you guys up there. I hope all is well. B, what's so funny before we finish up?
I'm just laughing at the Godfather. He put a note and he says, "You want me to stay over at night to keep you company? Just make sure I don't stay for 3 days straight."
See?
He got me getting juice out the refrigerator for me, the Godfather.
See, there you go. So, guys, if you're not stalkers, you know, Beast, you know, she's single. We want to make sure she's all right. We don't want her laying. We don't want her laying up for 3 days. Trust me.
He's 60, so I don't know if you make it, Godfather. You might not last 3 days, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Whoa. All right, B, what else you have before we... guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. Guys, come hang out with us tomorrow. Big birthday bash, Miss Miko right here in studio. You know when we throw a party, we always turn up. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. D-Lo Mathis, God bless. Beanie Green, Godfather Sola, God bless you as well in the chat room. Danielle Williams, and also Vanetta George, and my man Princess Cox No Pause, and everybody else. Shamika Love, and thank you so much for listening to the show this morning. Support, please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on all media. Go ahead, B. Next, what else you got?
So in other news, 2 people have been arrested, including 1 minor, for the murder of rapper PNB Rock. You know, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, how this young man went out to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in California with his girlfriend, and they just ran up on him and shot him.
Right.
An adult male suspect who is reportedly the minor's father is currently at large. PNB Rock, real name Rakim Allen, was robbed and fatally shot while eating lunch with his girlfriend, Stephanie Sibana, at a Los Angeles famed Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles earlier this month. The couple shares a 2-year-old daughter, Zuri. The rapper was also a father to another little girl, Milan Allen, aged 8. The Los Angeles Police Department announced on Wednesday that 2 people are now in custody in connection to the killing. A minor was arrested in Lawndale on a murder charge. Another suspect, a 32-year-old woman named Chantel Trone, was arrested in Gardena on charge of accessory to murder. No bail has been set for Trone per her booking record. LAPD also named Freddie Lee Trone as being a person involved in the rapper's murder and released his photo. He's currently at large and should be considered armed and dangerous. Los Angeles police sources tell the news that Trone is the father of the minor suspect in custody. Police sources also told the Times that Freddie and his son were allegedly in the Roscoe's parking lot before PNB Rock was tagged at the restaurant on social media. LAPD had previously said it was possible that PNB was fatally shot after an Instagram post revealed his location. Just prior to the incident, the rapper's girlfriend, Shibana, had shared an Instagram story of their lunch. During the fatal incident, a suspect approached the Fleek rapper and ordered him to hand over jewelry and other items. Moments later, the suspect pulled out a gun and shot PNB Rock several times. The rapper, who was 30 years old, died shortly after, and the suspect fled in a getaway car. He had been shot in the back and the chest, ruled by the county medical examiner, and they're asking for information on the father, who's currently, they're looking for him now. Just a sad story in terms of him being shot, but at least they have 2 people in custody, and hopefully they'll find the father, who's currently they're currently looking for him.
All right. Can we say Dumb and Dumber? Here we go.
Don't understand it.
The son, you see what this is, the father and the son. Shame on the father. Mm-hmm. You live in that thug life, that Crip life, or whatever life you living out there, blood life. Dad, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Mom too.
And mom, so right, so this right, so this is a whole family situation. You dummies, you don't have the resources to even commit a crime like that. And I say that respectively to this young man who passed away. May you rest in peace, and our condolences go out to your family. There are too many cameras around. Everybody saw you do this. It just took a matter of time to find the dumbass son and the mother. They need to spend the rest of their entire lives in jail. Dad, why you running? You a gangster like that? You ran into the store and you were so prolific in just shooting someone right in front of all these witnesses like it was literally the Wild Wild West. Dad, wherever you are, turn yourself in because you're an idiot. You don't have the resources to stay out there. Or do one better, because you know how Harvey feels about this. Welcome to Harvey's house. Why don't you do one better? Just off yourself.
So we don't have to pay.
So we ain't got to do nothing. Let's find the body so we know it's you. Now, don't do like the other guy that walked into the Florida Everglades and the alligators eat you. Either off yourself or turn yourself in. Mom is in, the son is in. Dad, come on in, because you're a dummy. You're very stupid. You're a very intellectually stupid person, a stupid man. You can't even identify your feelings. You are not even in the grasp of reality to do this. What did you do? You play PlayStation before you went outside and killed somebody? I know, the man lost his life because the baby mother and himself are glorifying their lives on social media, but that doesn't give you the excuse to kill someone. Go out there and get a job and get your own income and get your own gold chains. It's very simple to do. It might take you 20 years to do it, but the son, you're going to have to spend, how old is the son? 17? 17, you never will come out. If I was running things, a young man, you're never coming out of jail. You're never coming out of jail because you went into a public place and shot someone in front of all these people for a gold chain, a diamond chain. Are you kidding me? Mom, rest of your life in jail. You already got priors. You already done. They're holding bail. You're not. Death penalty.
Yeah.
I'm a death penalty kind of a guy. Everybody dies.
Oh, God.
Everybody dies. Soon as dad get arrested, put them on the chopping block and let's get their asses smoked. No, you can't. No, what's wrong with you people out here? That was a horrific murder that you committed. Everybody has to pay. Dad, you on the run. You don't have no money.
Right.
Where you going? This is not a Tom Cruise. It's not Mission Impossible. You don't have that Bill Gates kind of money where you can go and fly to the Galapagos and stay there for the rest of your life and then have millions of dollars to, live off of and change your identity. You can't do that. You have a Facebook page, you dummy.
Well, you know what's even funnier, Shawn, is that a lot of these rappers, no offense, a lot of their jewels aren't even real.
Right.
A lot of this stuff is just fake and for show, a persona. So, like, you put your kid out there, your whole family. Well, I guess they did it together. But how does a 17-year-old get a battery in his back to walk into a restaurant in the middle of the day and just shoot somebody, to your point, for a chain? What are you doing with that?
Well,
hopefully it's real.
Yeah, again, like unfortunately, young folks between 13 and 19 has this invincibility. Like they think they could just kill people without no remorse or consequences. They really think that this is some type of video game and we're going to go out there and kill you like it's really nothing and you have no remorse about it. That's why I say, and kids are out there running around with this type of behavior. Yeah, the other day they had a shooting in Philadelphia. Danielle, she lives down there. She probably knows about it. They had a shooting at a football game. A 14-year-old kid got killed. They shot up some of the football players. They waited to after practice, and there were other teenagers that did it. They just don't have no remorse or no feelings or any consequences for their actions. Right. So the scary thugs out there are those teenagers that are 16 years old. That's why I said this particular guy, this young man, this teen, I don't want to hear no juvenile detention. I don't want to hear none of that. Death penalty or the rest of your life in jail. You're 17. You don't get out until you're 94. Mom, it's a wrap. Mom, you're a dumbass. It's a wrap. You're in your 30s or 40s. You're never coming out. Yeah. Dad, turn yourself in. You get the firing squad. And I want mom and dad to watch.
It's just so sad. I think all of it is sad. And even on another note, because when we first talked about this story, I even kind of asked, the girlfriend was getting so much backlash because people thought that it was a setup. And even in this story itself, and I had said, I'm like, it sounds like a setup to me. But, in the story that I was reading, Cardi B even spoke out and saying, told y'all must not know how the hood moves. Y'all owe that girl an apology for all of the stuff that y'all put her through, knowing that she saw her baby's dad die in her face. The social media investigators, y'all suck. Because there was so much talk about the girlfriend possibly setting it up because she was just dropping posts. There also has to be a lot said for, people who are into, when you have the have-nots definitely want to take from the haves. And when we talk about wolves being out, and we've talked about that, Shawn, we got to be a little more conscientious in how we're moving and flashing and putting stuff out there. Nobody is untouchable. Nobody.
Yeah. Well, again, we always say this, and I say this all the time. We live in a polarized society. Nobody cares. They're dogging out the baby mother. Unfortunately, she saw her baby father get killed right in front of her. But social media type of way, no feelings. Again, it shouldn't have to cause this man's life. I don't care how many gold chains he had, whatever he's doing, how flamboyant he is. He shouldn't get murdered for it. That's what's happened here. Okay, B, where can they find you? Put a number in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. B, really quick, where can they find? And wait, what? Let me applaud you, B. God bless you.
Thank you, Shawn.
Okay, B, where can they find you?
LGL Real Talk, guys, on Instagram. I'm popping up all the time, talking all types of ish. So please make sure you join. Shout out to Vanetta and Princess and Kwani Kwan who showed up yesterday. Really appreciate you guys. Make sure you're following me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're liking. I absolutely love you guys. Have a great day. Shawn, Love you. I'll be here tomorrow for the party, watching online. I can't wait.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. It's your boy Shawn Harvey, Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. You guys have a blessed day. We are out. Let's go. Thank you, babe.